We like to call it the Supernatural Hour. And now, our hosts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Supernatural Hour. I'm Tim.
I'm Ravyn.
I'm Peaches.
I'm Chad.
So, but we're here now.
Exactly, that's what's important,
And
right?
we've got an exciting episode for you, I would like to think, because I said so. But we're going to cover all the business that we have, which is stuff that we haven't done or not doing because we've been on lockdown here in the wonderful state of Utah.
Right. Now, the wonderful thing about Utah is they just, starting tomorrow, which will be, it's actually the 16th of...
Yes.
16th. It's a Saturday. We will be, for the most part, in code yellow. The yellow level, which is a little bit more open. There's a couple cities in Salt Lake County, a couple counties that we don't typically go to just because they're kind of out in the boonies. At Summit County, yeah.
You know, there was a list that recently came out with the top 10 cities in the U.S. that are pretty much on the right track to reopen and be normal. And two of those cities were right here in Utah, one being Salt Lake and the other one Provo.
Oh, we're special. Anyway, so here's kind of one of the things that we've put out. We've already asked our investigators to see if they would be willing to do some social distancing residentials, and a majority of them said they would. So if you are listening to us and you know someone that has wanted an investigation or you have wanted an investigation, hit us up, knowing that there will be, some conditions, and we'll talk to you about that when you call to make that, but it would include, everyone wearing masks and smaller groups and, social distancing and sanitizer. We would be careful. So if you're open to an investigation or know someone or hear of someone, just have them reach out to them and we will, talk through our procedures and how we are going to keep ourselves and you safe while we take care of what's in your home.
I think that should take care of it of business. I think we still sell stuff on our website, advancedparanormal.com, under the merchandise tab. Go buy stuff. Money goes somewhere. We don't know. We don't know where it goes, but hey, go buy our stuff. It's cool. I've got a couple Supernatural Hour t-shirts, and they're freaking awesome, and they're very comfortable. There's other stuff like tote bags and tapestries and notebooks and coffee mugs and all sorts of shit. But honestly, like I said, I don't know where the money goes, so someone gets it. Yeah, it might be us. We don't know, but go buy the stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, at least lest we sound unprofessional. We did some revamping of our administration, and then we were getting going, and then COVID happened, and we're still trying to work a few things out. But I'm sure the money goes somewhere.
We got cool stuff though.
I'll make some phone calls and find out where that goes.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm sure it goes somewhere. We might have like lots and lots of money somewhere, and we don't know about it.
I highly doubt that. But, maybe a fun thing might be to do once things start clearing up, buy a Supernatural Hour shirt, buy a Advanced Paranormal shirt, go on an investigation somewhere, send us a picture of you rocking our gear, and we might, bring you on one of our investigations.
Or send you a present.
It probably won't be an empty box.
Do you send people empty boxes?
No, but I might.
Okay.
I know Cards Against Humanity did it once, but they were very forthcoming in saying that they were sending you an empty box.
Did you cut the top of the box off?
No, Brandy wouldn't let me.
No, I still refuse to do that. I don't want to ruin the box.
But there's a secret card in there.
Well, I already know what the card
My
says.
OCD would go crazy.
I already know what the card says, so I can use one of the blank cards and write that card out if I really wanted to, but she wouldn't let me cut the box open.
But what if they change it?
They don't. But I did buy her a pack, and this has nothing to do with the paranormal, but I did buy her a pack that came with a card in the pack that was made specifically for that pack, and no other person ever got that card. I don't know what it says, but it's unique. Because they said so.
You know what? This does have to do with Advanced Paranormal. Because the best time I have ever had playing Cards Against Humanity was when we went to Colorado and we played it together in the hotel. In the
Stanley Hotel, we played Cards Against Humanity.
I never laughed so hard in my life. My stomach still hurts from that almost.
I might have been appropriate with some of my cards, and I can't repeat that on air because you would all hate me not if you don't already.
Maybe we could do Cards Against Humanity online in a Zoom call with the public.
That'd be interesting. What do
we
you
could
mean?
take the blank cards and make them paranormal theme.
We could.
Ooh, we'll think about that. We will think about that.
I think that should cover it for business. I know, Deanne, you recently did an investigation at your mom's house. Why don't you tell a little bit about that?
Yes, my mom's house. So, my parents, we've talked about them a little bit on the podcast, and they're weird. I love them. I love my parents very much.
Oh my God, are they weird?
But they believe in an afterlife. They believe in spirits, but they don't believe that houses can be haunted. But they kind of do. You can't really say, if you said, does your mom believe in ghosts? Yeah, you just experience it. I just use like 10 sentences to try to describe it. They're funny. My youngest little brother used to claim that he saw a ghost in his bedroom, and it scared him. But then he thought maybe he was having, those dreams that you can have when you're awake, which is a thing. And my parents used to just kind of poo-poo it, and he's in the basement. Oh, scary. It's finished basement. It's a nice basement. But now the grandkids are going over there, and they won't sleep in the basement because there's a ghost. And so my mom said, I said to her, you're thinking that she would say no. I said, do you want us to come investigate? She's like, yeah, would you? And I was like, yes, actually, we will. So Gary actually lived there, my brother, for a while, and he'd investigated there before. And we knew that there was a female ghost up in my mom's den.
The hell was that?
Does someone have chimey music on their phone? Nope.
Someone's music block going off?
We got wind chimes out here.
It was different than the wind chimes, though. It was like high-pitched.
And nobody probably heard that but us, but, hey.
Oh, well. Okay. So, mystery music.
Deal with it.
Paranormal. Ooh. So we knew about the female in my mom's den, and her name's Alessandra. And she's a pretty quiet ghost. She doesn't really do a whole lot. And none of these spirits do anything in my parents' house except scare the grandkids. So,
and not actively scare them, just scare them because they happen to see them.
Right. Yeah, they're not like trying to be mean on purpose. So, longish story, not as long. But down in the basement, the ghost that everyone claims to see, she's a Scottish ghost from the 1700s.
That's what you told me.
Her name's Marilyn. And she's playful. She's a younger ghost. She's a playful ghost. She doesn't try to scare the kids, but she does think it's funny that she does scare them. And she's nice. She wasn't, and I told my mom, I said, I don't think you've got anything bad in here. So the interesting thing about my mom's house, we took Brandy there, and there's a huge, huge portal above the house. And it's not a bad portal. It's just a conduit, a major, think of it as Grand Central Station, just kind of a major hub. And I don't know how this portal system works, but in my mom's bedroom, there is like a sub-portal. And there is a man, a male ghost in there, a male type 1 spirit. His name is General Bowen. And we have to call him General Bowen. We tried to get a first name. He's like, nope, my name is General Bowen. So, okay. And he is kind of, for lack of a better word, the conductor. And he, make sure that, people hit their portals on time and all aboard, and off you go here and off you go there. And he and Alessandra kind of like each other. My mom was appalled that there was a male ghost in her room. And she made me ask him if he closed his eyes when she gets dressed.
And like all males would say is, yes, of course.
Sure do. No, if I get arrested, I just want you to know it's probably because I got a salt gun and I'm standing on the roof of your parents' house shooting the portal with it. Just to see what would happen.
General Bowen would come out and hassle you. It's his job to keep that open. He doesn't let anything bad come out.
I want to take a salt gun to an investigation and just shoot it at portals.
And the neighbors are out there, what in the actual heck is he doing?
I just say I'm killing flies.
And once again, didn't Jade walk right into the portal?
Yes, so our investigator, Jade, her talent is if there's a portal in the house, she will go stand right in it.
And she doesn't mean to. She just does.
It's it's just what she does. So my parents have 2 cat spirits in their backyard as well. So anyway, that's how that went down. So the one that scares the grandkids is Marilyn in the basement. She's not doing it on purpose, but she doesn't do anything to really try to stop it either because she thinks it's hilarious. So we told her just to keep doing what they're doing, and I'm going to tell my nieces and nephews just to suck it up and be brave.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
They're just people.
So there we go. That's the investigation I did at my mama's house.
Well, we sort of did one here after our last recording. Because remember I came in and I said the energy felt different in your house?
Yes.
We were able to find out, and with the help of Brandy here, that there was an older gentleman named Will that was here. I'm not sure where he came from, But he was lost and confused, and he was basically just trying to find his way.
Now, and I could have this confused with a different time, but did he come here because I reminded him of somebody?
I might have said that. I don't know if that was accurate or not. But
okay, I don't remember either.
I don't know. I just know he was here. And I contacted Peaches, and she was able to tell me exactly how to help him cross over. And we were able to get him cross over. There just happened to be in your yard a little a beacon of light or hope or star of light. What is it called?
Spindle of light.
Spindle of light.
Which I put there.
Yes, that's why it just happened to be here. It's weird how these things work. So she showed me how to help this guy using the spindle of light, and he was a little reluctant at first, kind of what it felt like to me anyways. He eventually went through and the light closed. I mean, it's still there, but it's kind of like a thing where if spirits are nearby and they're like, oh, hey, I want to cross, this kind of opens up for them and they go. Emmett had a problem with this. That's one of Deanne's spirits. He was being a little grumpy about it because he felt like he was being forced to leave. And I had to have a little conversation with him, be like, dude, you're your own person. You can do your own thing. You don't have to leave if you don't want to. I don't care. But it's not going away. He wanted us to have that closed. And I'm like, if you don't like it, don't go near it. That was kind of the conversation I had. But that was a nifty little experience we had here.
Well, outside and the basement are kind of Emmett's domain, and so you mess with his domain, and it makes him not happy.
He's very territorial for a house that isn't his.
But it's positive. It's a spindle of light.
Is he talking to you right now?
I think that would be awesome, but apparently it isn't.
Okay, don't make my ghost mad. I like him.
It takes his visitors away, basically. He doesn't like that.
Well, that's just something we're going to suck it up, Buttercup, just like you said to your nieces and nephews.
Well, we'll just have to tell your friends not to go near the light.
Don't go near the light. I thought it was always the other way.
I can't help it. It's so pretty.
It depends on your perspective.
Carol Ann, don't go into the light.
If you're listening to this and you have flesh and blood pumping through your veins, if you see the light, go to it. If you're one of Emmett's friends, don't go to the light.
Well, if you're seeing the light and you have blood pumping through your veins, there's something going on.
Well, I mean, if you were alive and then you suddenly are not alive and then you see the light, it's the sun. Do not stare directly into the sun.
But I can't help it. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
I love The Bug's Life. Anyways, so now that we've done what we're famous for, going off on random tangents about things that have nothing to do with paranormal.
That was all about paranormal.
I know it was. I just like saying that.
Bug's Life wasn't, though.
Bug's Life is very paranormal because ants die.
See?
And then they're ghosts.
Ant ghosts.
Amen.
Have you ever seen bug ghosts before, Brandy?
No.
No, they don't have souls.
I haven't.
You know the coolest thing she's ever told me she's seen, though, as a spirit? I've asked her this. I wanted her to know. And
what?
she was at the Natural History Museum.
It's a dinosaur.
She saw a stegosaurus. I think it was a stegosaurus.
That is awesome.
It was a dinosaur of some sort. I'm remotely jealous. I just want to be like, I want to see a dinosaur.
Do they have feathers?
Not this one.
It was a stegosaurus.
Well, dinosaurs have feathers. Sometimes I think.
Great lizard. That's what dinosaur stands for.
Okay.
Raptors had feathers.
See, I don't think they had feathers.
I think raptors had feathers.
No, I think raptors do, but I don't think the other ones did.
But if we see one, if she sees one, she could tell us. But
I'm not a paleontologist.
Dinosaurs were real.
So
She saw a spirit of a dinosaur, so those are real. That was a thing. It's not just made up.
That's awesome.
We don't know what they sound like. People guess. She might know what they sound like. You know, I was thinking about it because on our last episode of Stonehenge, you talked about how when you died, you wanted to watch a video of like Stonehenge and how it was built and stuff like that, right? So I was actually thinking about it the other day, and I just kind of hit me. I'm like, you know what? And I've heard people ask this question before, and maybe I'll just kind of throw it out to the listeners. If you want to get back to us and let us know what you would want to witness, like one event in history, when you've died, or I mean, it doesn't even have to be died. If there's one event in history that you would want to know exactly how it happened, why it happened, or like if this spirit's real or not, whatever. Mine, I thought about it, and I kind of want to know the shot heard around the world. What exactly happened there?
Well, the Revolutionary War?
Yeah. I mean, in all possibility, it could have been a spirit firing a gun for all we know. Like, no one knows who fired the shot. That's the one thing I would probably want to know is who fired the shot.
Maybe it was God.
Maybe. I don't know. That's
No, that would definitely be an interesting one.
Do you guys have something that you would want to, like, what part of history would you want unsolved?
Oh, I've got a whole list. I would be
I
here
have
all
not
day.
even thought about that type of thing.
I know I kind of sprung it on everybody.
I want to know what happened to D.B. Cooper and where is that mafia guy buried? D.B. Cooper?
B.D. Cooper?
I want to know what happened to
Totally.
Amelia Earhart. I want to know who built Stonehenge. I want to know who built the Easter Island. I've got lots of questions. You don't want to ask me that. We'll be here all
But you
day.
get one.
Nope. I have like 1 million.
Well, that's one.
I will sit down and do some thinking, and I will answer on the next show.
Yeah, I just thought that would be interesting. Shot heard around the world.
You know, living in my head is kind of a scary place to live, just in case you wondered.
You don't want to know what goes inside my head.
We're all deranged. It's okay.
Sadly, Chad gets to hear a lot of what goes on in my head, and that's why he's so quiet sometimes.
Raise your hand if you thought it was a good idea to buy 200 Lego heads so you could put it in a jar. I did.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, it's going to become a centerpiece in a gumball machine.
If we ever get to do paranormal festivals again, we need to do that again. That was a good, cute idea.
We need to get a whole load of money together so we can do that.
Oh, slowed.
Slowed, yes.
Okay.
Now, Deanne, do you have any weird paranormal news for us this week?
You know, no. And I know that I've been a complete slacker on that the last 4 or 5 episodes, but this homeschooling stuff bites. I don't teach school for a reason. I would suck at it. I would be in prison. So, school officially ends Tuesday, the day before this podcast will come out. So I promise you, cross my heart, pinky swear, I will start doing the weird paranormal news. So sorry, my head has been wrapped around school. So now that I don't have to think about school anymore, I can think about the podcast.
Totally fine. I'm sure Amethyst Realm has done something crazy, so look her up. She's British and batshit.
Are you saying all British people are batshit?
No, just the one that says she marries a ghost and sleeps with ghosts, and then the ghost cheated on her and left her. And
Yeah, she never disappoints.
so I'm sure there's something in the news about Amethyst Realm. We haven't looked it up, but hey, have fun reading about that crazy lady. If you don't know of her, I definitely recommend. If you want to have a good laugh about someone that's crazy in the paranormal, Amethyst Realm. She's weird. And I always love it when something new comes out about her because we get to make fun of her.
Yeah.
Not that's why we do this stuff, but
It's all in good fun.
it is all in good fun. So, with that, I guess we'll go into our Stone of the Week, month, hour thing.
Day.
The Stone of the Show. Stone of the Episode.
That
One of
works.
the episode. Okay.
Stone of the Show. So this week, I chose Danburite. I think that's the way you pronounce it. It's spelled Danburite. So it comes in a variety of colors. It can be pink, it can be yellow, white, or lilac. It is readily available and found all over the world. I'm not going to list all the places because last time I was made fun of. Not really.
It comes from places.
So I chose this stone for a particular reason, and I kind of talked about it a little bit in the beginning of the show. A lot of people are suffering from anxiety and depression right now, being all cooped up inside and just not being able to live their lives the way they normally do, and it kind of sucks, and we get it. So I picked this one because it is actually a highly spiritual stone that carries a very pure vibration, and it works on the heart energy. Now, it activates both intellectual and higher consciousness, linking into the angelic realms. Its brilliance comes from cosmic light, and Danburite is sometimes found with a Buddha formation within the crystal that draws enlightenment and spiritual light. It smooths the path ahead. Now, wearing it provides a link to serenity and eternal wisdom. Now, when you use it in meditation, it takes you to a high state of consciousness and accesses inner guidance. Now, it's an excellent stone for facilitating deep change and for leaving the past behind. It can act as a karmic cleanser, releasing miasms and mental imperatives that have been carried forward. Now, it starts the soul off on a new direction. Now, when it's placed by the bedside, it can accompany the dying on their journey beyond death, enabling a conscious spiritual transition to take place. Now, spiritually, it stimulates the third eye, the crown chakra, and the higher crown chakras, opening up these to the 14th level. It aligns the heart chakra to these higher crown chakras, and it also clarifies the aura. It promotes lucid dreaming. Now, psychologically, it promotes ease and changes towards attitudes, bringing patience and peace of mind. Now, it's a very powerful healing stone. It clears allergies and chronic conditions and has strong detoxifying action. It treats the liver and gallbladder, and it adds weight to the body when required. It aids muscular and motor functions. When using it, you want to place it appropriately, especially over the heart or under a pillow to promote lucid dreams. Now, in specific colors, there is pink Danburite that opens the heart and encouraging loving oneself. Now, on another website that I saw, what I actually Googled was a list of stones that help with anxiety and depression. So, a quick list of some stones that help with depression and anxiety that might help you get through this difficult time if you're able to get them. I know, like in Sandy, Synchronicities has recently opened back up. Some of the crystal stores are opening up. You can also order stuff online. But some of the stones that do help with depression and anxiety, blue lace agate is going to help with that. Lepidolite, jet, like I said, Danburite. You also have shungite, black tourmaline, and fluorite. I'm not going to get into some of the details as to how these help, because a lot of these I've talked about on previous episodes.
We're TikTokers now.
We're cool.
TikTok is what Clock does. It's also a character in Return to Oz.
Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
So that's, again, real quick, it's just fluorite, black tourmaline. There's also angelite, shungite, Danburite, jet, lepidolite, and blue lace agate are just some stones that help calm your nerves, calm you down, help you relax, help relieve anxiety, help relieve stress, help relieve depression. If you don't believe in stones, talk to somebody. Just get it out there, get it out in the open. The worst thing you can do in times like this is just keep it all in, live inside your head, and just let things build up. As someone that kind of helps with energy work and stuff like that, I've even had problems myself where I've just had to take a drive just to relax and cool down and just kind of let things out. So we fully understand what everybody's going through right now, and we want to do the best we can to help everybody get through this. And we just want everybody to stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So with that, I guess we'll call this an episode.
It's an episode.
Thanks.
That's a wrap.
Thank you. Peace out, butterflies.
See you next week.
You've been listening to the Supernatural Hour at AdvancedParanormal.com. The Supernatural Hour is part of the Radio Ronin network found at RadioRonin.com. Copyright by Advanced Paranormal Services.